pitches already, the delivery, everything. He looked good.
Carlos, for Kodai, what's an appropriate sort of goal for him as far as what do you want to see out of him out of camp in terms of maybe the workload goes?
He's just got to be healthy, As far as the workload, we want to build him up, to be himself and to be a full player for us. One step at a time. But that's the goal, man, that he goes through his progression and he's a player, a healthy player, and ready to impact in a positive way here.
With Starling Marte here, what conversations have you had with him? Just sort of, early in camp stuff about his role, the year, stuff you like to touch base with guys on.
Mm-hmm. I already had that conversation with him. He started a few weeks ago, and then as soon as he got here, we had a one-on-one conversation, and it was really good. It's a different role than what he's been used to, but it comes down to health. He's got to be healthy. When he's healthy, he can help us win baseball games. So it was a very honest conversation, and he took it really well. He's at the point in his career that he wants to win, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to help us win baseball games. And whether it's that coming off the bench, whether it's that as a DH, like I said, it's a different role, but he wants to be here, and we want him here, obviously, and he's going to help us. Winning teams got players on that role that are elite players, and that's the case here. So he's willing to do it. We need him, and I'm excited about him.
And if he is healthy and a player for you, what exactly is that role? Platoon DH, some outfield?
Yeah, it'll be the DH platooning with Winker. He'll come off the bench when he's not in the lineup. He'll come off the line. There'll be a situation where if I feel like there's a right matchup for Winker, I'm gonna take the bat from him, and I already told him that. So, like I said, he's a pro and he wants to win. There'll be days where Soto might DH, and he'll play right. He can steal bases. So there's a lot that he can do to help us win baseball games. So all good.
And is left field an option, or?
It could be an option. In fact, he offered to get some reps in center. So that goes to show you that he's willing to do whatever it takes. So he was a center fielder before he got here. So we got to get him in a good spot physically, which is trending in that direction. And from there, we'll see.
Carlos, is one of the objectives this spring to sort of sort out the candidates for reserve infield spots to where if you feel comfortable that you've got a guy who can play shortstop here and there, you would be able to pull back Lindor a little bit and maybe get him to play 150 or 150 odd rather than 162? Would you like that?
Yeah, I don't want to, as I'm sitting here, I don't want to say much because I haven't talked to him about it, but we got some ideas. We got some ideas. He's, we know how important he is for this team, for this lineup. And after what he went through at the end of the year with his back, he's never going to come out of the game, or go get an off day. But this is a conversation that I'll have with him. It'll be an ongoing conversation. I don't think this is just a one-time thing, but he'll understand. But he's not just Lindor, with everyone. We got to keep these guys healthy. So
is his back something that will continue to need to be managed, or is that all in the past now?
Yeah, that's all in the past, and it happened quickly too, because when he was gone, I think by the time we got to the playoff, he was perfectly fine, and his off season has been nothing but normal off season. He's not like he was rehabbing. He went right to work. Season was over and he was already working probably a week later. So no issues with that.
This time last year, Kodai Senga was the de facto ace, but he seemed to be very reluctant about that role and about that title. After everything he's been through coming into this season, do you feel like he's the ace of the staff, and does he feel like he is?
I don't know about the ace or he feels or we feel. He just needs to be healthy, whether it's, when is he pitching, as long as he's taking the ball, But we got some good options, and we talked to him about that. Like he's not. He doesn't have to be the hero or feeling like he's the ace of the staff. Because we got some options. And we like those guys. At the front end of the rotation. So I think it just comes down to get ready for the year, get ready for the season, help us win baseball games here, and you're gonna do that if you are able to take the baseball every time we ask you to take the baseball. So, and those are some of the conversations that we'd have with him.
And with a 6-man rotation, is it possible that he can stay? And if it's his turn to pitch and he's pitching well, do you keep with him or do you?
Yeah, that's the conversation that we're having right now. Is just if he's in the rotation, he's healthy, we're gonna go with 6. So now off days, included, we'll see. We got some work, some wiggle room there.
Given how many outfielders you guys have, how much outfield do you anticipate Jeff McNeil playing?
I mean, you never know what's going to happen. In the meantime, right now, we will concentrate at second base for the most part. Maybe we'll get a game or two, but he's a natural. This is a guy that you tell him to go play left field, and he's fine. Got it right. He's going to be fine. I think it's important that he get a game or two, maybe on a backfield or something. I don't think he needs to, but you never know. An injury, guy's down for a day. You pinch run for somebody, or you pinch hitting for somebody, and then before you know it, you need to move Jeff to the outfield. The good thing is he provides that versatility, and that's a good feeling as a manager to have when you can make some other move, knowing that this guy can cover you in so many different positions. So.
Is what he did in the second half at the plate last season, before the injury, obviously sustainable, and what leads you guys to think that, if that's the case?
Yeah, of course. And this is a guy that won a batting champ, so they just don't hand him out, So I think it was hard. Well, we all know it was hard. The first half was really, really hard for him. But what we saw, the impact, the conviction on his swing, that's the Jeff McNeil, And he had a good offseason, came into camp looking good, feeling good, and we're pretty optimistic there.
You mentioned making sure Marte is in a good place physically. Is that referring just to the fact that he's 36-year-old outfielder at this point, or is there anything more going on?
Well, no. I mean, it's just the same thing that with the knee, that towards the end of the year, in the off season, he was still kind of like rehabbing. Right now, he's going through that progression. I don't think we'll see him early in camp, but he's doing all the baseball activity. He's in a running progression, and then, but again, we have to monitor that.
Even when he was playing in the postseason, he was never totally.
Oh no, he was still dealing with something there.
So still now he's rehabbing?
I don't want to call it rehabbing, but he's on a progression. So.
With Lindor, Carlos, do you think you would have had a chance at convincing him for rest if it wasn't for that back situation? Was that kind of the red light? That
convincing him for rest?
When you talked about, instead of playing 162, does the back thing kind of lend itself to a jumping off point to that kind of conversation?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I wanna get his take. I wanna see what he's got in mind. He's super smart, and he's got a plan. He's so detail oriented. Like he wants to know the numbers. He wants to see how his body's responding. Like there's a lot there that I'm gonna listen to him too. But he'll be smart. I trust him. And it'll be an ongoing thing. So the biggest thing that I want from him is just being honest. So and he'll understand.
How is Paul Blackburn kind of progressing here early? Obviously with the back issue.
Good. Yeah, no issues so far. Knock on wood. Today was a good day. Up and down bullpen. So that was good to see, and talking to him, the way he's bouncing back, is good. So trending in the right direction. It wasn't easy. It was scary, and he went through a lot this off season, and but he's progressing well.
Carlos, how do you plan to divvy up Brett Baty's defensive innings this spring? Are you going to just play him first, second, third outfield, or?
No. Out of the gate, we'll see him a lot at third, and we'll see him a lot at second base. We're gonna keep it at those two. See how everything unfolds. Maybe we'll see him take some ground balls at shortstop. I'm not saying he'll play a game, or maybe if we get to that point, but first base not so much. Maybe just backfield work and things like that. But as far as game action goes, it'll be third base. It'll be second base.
Will he take any fly balls? Just not necessarily.
Maybe on like a BP and something like that. But
no real plan.
No. For now, we'll keep him at third and second.
So this is the confluence of position players and pitchers and catchers this weekend all coming together for, the first big workout. What's your level of excitement bringing this entire group together?
I'm very excited. I can't wait for Monday. I can't wait for everybody to be here, full uni, get in the room, talk to them, and then just go out there and watch everyone go about their business, and just watch how everyone is interacting, communicating, getting along, and all that. We have a lot of players. We have a lot of good players. I'm ready for baseball. I'm ready for game action, to be honest with you. But yeah, seeing some more new faces the past couple of days, and everyone tomorrow in here for physicals, the rest of the position players, and then full team here on Monday. Exciting.